All right, welcome back to another one, Shadowcaster Tattoo. I originally planned on filming this a couple days ago when I first got the Acus M1 Plus. I got a little excited and then started using it. I'm glad I did because I think I'll have a little more valuable insight into the machine for you. So keep watching throughout the video, and at the end we'll talk about if it's the right machine for beginners or professionals or both. Before I forget, I wanted to give a shout out to Captain Ron. I did get one of his shirts off his merch store. I got to say that the quality is quite good. You never know. You think something, not from him, but you just never know some of these companies. But the people that he's using, quality, the print's good. I mean, I've washed it several times. It's one of my favorite shirts to tattoo, and so check it out. He's got some good deals. He's got some good custom designs. All right, well, welcome back. I'm super excited to share this with you. If you're a tattoo enthusiast like me and you've been looking for a machine that can kind of do a little bit of everything, then this might be the one. So, like I said, I've already used it, but we'll go through the unzipping of the box, unboxing of the zipping. Either way, nice case. I mean, zippers are real nice. It's important so we're not getting hung up on shit. So that's pretty important. Let's see if we can get this lined up. And then inside, let's see. So I did first run across this machine on a vid by a guy named Vid Blanco. It was at the end of a video. He was reviewing 3 different machines, and I kind of skipped on by it because it was one of the most expensive machines, and I wasn't trying to spend that much on it. But we're gonna get into that throughout the video. And then secondly, a cool dude, Adam Darklord. He did such a fucking in-depth review that he sold me on it, so he should work for Acus. So I'm glad that he did, but go check him out because he goes real in-depth to the history on it and a bunch of other stuff that I'll probably miss. And then a dude that seems to have the most time on it, at least one of them, Oliver Iyer. I think I said that right, Oliver Iyer. He just goes in-depth, like super in-depth on it. And it seems like everybody's having the same experience with this machine. So now we're gonna get into going through the pieces that you get in it. So some of the stuff's gonna kind of be on repeat that I did get from Adam's video. I just recently watched it. But anyway, this is like a little workstation for you. I mean, this foam piece is stuck in there, which is kind of cool. So if you're taking bad boy apart, unscrewing your grips, which it doesn't click at all, it's just smooth. I mean, you could drop them in there, basically, yeah. But I mean, this one doesn't really fit so well, so that's all right. It's all right. It still chills, Real quick, of course, we always like a little swag from Element Tattoo Supply, I suppose. We got some O-rings to replace, quite a few, and then I did notice there was a little spare, like not cam, but like dry bar in there on the O-ring. So that's kind of cool, I guess, in case one breaks off. And then that's all that's in there. And then of course you got the Yeo silicone, which is pretty dope. So you don't have to go shopping for it. I had a different one I found for some of my other machines, and anyway, you don't want to fuck these things up. So without further ado, we'll pop this bad boy out. You do have the 3.0, 3.7, and 4.5. It comes with the 3.7. Now, I did immediately go to the 4.5 because that's what I was using in one of my my other tattoo machines, and it was still good for shading. I mean, it lined. It was like using a Sharpie on skin, to be honest. So that was cool. I didn't have to fight it at all. Like, I busted out this huge solid black spider in something like, well, the outline took like 30 minutes. And then, I mean, less than 2 hours, which with my other machines would have taken me like an easy 4 just to get the color packing in there. So anyway, you screw it off. Nice quality for sure. Definitely they put some time into it. And then you got your tool that unscrews this guy. So you want to hold this in the middle and twist off. And then here comes the guts. Now this piece, see, there we go. That's what it's for, right? Might as well, boom. Slide that tool off. This piece pops right off for easy cleaning. I do have a little bit of ointment on mine because I just cleaned it and reused it, but you've got your different kind of motor. Adam Darklord goes into some detail on what kind of motor this is and so forth, so check that out. I went to their website and it's kind of beyond me on all that, but super easy to change. Literally they include the little tool, so let's pop this off. The tool, easy to hold on to, and then of course it's 2 batteries. But so there is a little screw, and then each of these have their own spare screw. I was assuming based on other machines I've used that this screw would have to switch out to these other cams, but I mean, you literally just slide it in, switch it out. Super easy. And then it slides right off this little post here. There's no grooves or anything. And it does, I think these are a little different maybe. Yeah, see the holes are a little bigger. I don't know enough about them, but it probably has to do with how it throws. Like the couple guys that made this are previously worked for Cheyenne or designed tattoo machines for Cheyenne. And I guess it's just a couple guys in Germany that are holding this together. All right, so if you align your counterweight a little towards the front, let's see, kind of like that. Makes it a little easier to line this guy up when you drop it in. Otherwise, what I initially had a problem with was trying to get it in there, and then it was like torquing, like it, you know what I mean? So anyway, simple little thing, but. Just right now, little tweak. That's it. This thing is like a freaking puzzle in a way. So when I first took it apart, I was trying to screw shit on without putting this piece on, like a dumbass. So I guess first things first, really. Let's slide this back in here. Screw this guy on. And the instructions they give you are real simple, man. Real simple on how to not mess this up. So, and then we screw this guy back on. I mean, that's all it is to the pieces of it, really. Easy to clean. So that was the thing I saw in that first video by Vid Blanco, was it being one of the machines that was more hygienic, cared about tattoo artists being able to break it down and clean it easily, which is a huge deal on a lot of tattoo machines. I mean, the membranes on the needle cartridges could burst. You don't want to run that risk. It's always nice if some client comes back and says, their shit got infected or whatever, for sure that you took every precaution, so you're not second guessing yourself, and you can be confident in your work and your sanitation, and how you're approaching your business, really. But anyway, moving on to switching the battery out. It's pretty easy. You just hold the middle part, unscrew that, slides out, and these are the 18500 to 1000 milliamp. They seem to last a decent amount of time. I'm not really sure they would last like a full 8 hours. It probably depends on how you're running it, but. And then she powers on real nice. These buttons are good. I have some other tattoo machines. These buttons are not as good. You gotta hold it down. There we go. And then I got an M2 78. That's what I was using for, what was it I was using it on recently? Oh, I did this little key tattoo. Maybe I'll throw a picture up there. I've never done anything like that before, but it let me just feather it in and didn't damage the skin. And I used gray wash for the whole thing from Worldwide. I think it was Worldwide. But yeah, so you hold this button down, and then it's flashing. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not, huh? Maybe. So you hold it down until it flashes M2, and then -2 is the lowest, -1, then 0 I guess is like neutral, and then +1 and +2. So let's fire it up. I don't know if you can hear that. It's running pretty low, 800 or 80 hertz, which I should get the diagram out. I mean, it's super quiet. Super quiet. So the nice thing about this, so these M2, M1, -M1 might sound really confusing, but what it basically breaks down to, oh, it's gonna go to sleep, how cute. What it basically breaks down to is, so this machine is more like having a coil, oil the coil, more like having a coil machine and a rotary all in one. So for anybody that says like you're gonna have to have more than one machine, I mean, maybe depending on what you're doing, and I've had that with other machines, like this Mickey B here. Get that in frame. That was my first nice liner. It's like $300 or $400. I put the wraps on it. So having the liner on there, I mean, it's giving it just enough throw, right? So you can get the longer lines. I don't have my power supply anymore, or I have the cord for it at the moment, but so it's like having the liner on there. And then when you want to switch it up, then you got like your color packer. This is also a Mickey B. These shits are so loud. This guy, thumper. This one I have set up a little shorter throw on it, but I mean, it will hammer it in. So that's what would be, having this guy, in use would be more like going up to the, on the plus side of that M scale. And then you could even use it also for the line. I mean, this machine is kind of weird. I mean, it's also like having your standard fucking rotary, I had this was maybe like my second rotary. It's good. It's busted now, but when I had the 4.5 in there, this guy, I just turned it down to like 68 hertz, which is still like what is it? 70. Let's see, let me pull it up here. I know I got it. I'll throw the diagram in there that I got from Adam Darklord 2. I'll throw it up on the screen right now, I guess. But your M2 is pretty heavy. M1's in the middle, and M0 neutral. And then it's showing it gets wimpier. It's funny, you'll see it. But so when I had it at about 70 hertz, it's kind of like having it like 5 volts, which seems pretty low. But for this machine, it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it. It still hits hard. Like I know some other people said they weren't sure that it could pull like 14 round liners. I haven't got to use it for that yet. With the little bit I've used it so far, I don't feel like I'm even worried about it. Like, this machine's a pleasure to use out of the box. And I went for the 4.5 because that's what I was used to, and I figured I better start with that and kind of back up from there. And it was still outstanding. I could still do light shading. It didn't chew up the skin. And the thing I love about this so much is if I go from hard line something, and I have these other pens that I use, when I want to go in to do some color packing, I had to be really careful because even turned down low, they would still want to chew up the skin. And this, when you go down to like that negative, M2 or M3, or kind of just depending on your speed, it acted more like the Mickey B color packer. I mean, I could turn it down, it would just thump the color in and saturate without chewing up the skin, which is super important. I mean, if you can shade or color pack or line in the least amount of passes possible, obviously, you're going to do less damage to the client's skin. Your artwork's going to look cleaner. All in all, it's just better. I mean, shit, I came home from my 9 to 5 and my neck was killing, my back was killing. I went to go just do like a little touch up on a client. I was like in a better mood by the time I was done. I don't know what kind of fucking magic spell is on this machine, but literally like my back didn't hurt, which would be the opposite of the shrimp back you usually get. But I'll throw like a little pin cartridge in there actually. This is one of those little ink pen cartridges. And let's see. So I'll grab a notebook right quick. Let's grab a notebook. Now I'll show you on fake skin, but I fucking hate fake skin. Not that you shouldn't use it if you're some beginner and you're wondering if you should start out with fake skin. You absolutely should. Just buy a good one and look up ways to clean it off the right way, because this doesn't clean off the same as regular skin. But so let's back that off. These do sound different than needles, but now these don't like really adjust. Well, maybe a little bit, but I got my headphone off. You can hear it. So M2, that's pretty. That's 114. I mean, let's see. Just one little thing, when I'm flicking it like this, I can feel the motor like wobble. I don't know what that's about. It's only when I have it up on the higher setting. But so then we'll hold this down and we'll set it down to the M1. Just have to hold it down. I'm kind of fucking it up. M0, and it'll actually flash like 4 or 5 times, and yeah, then it sets. You can hear it a little bit. Don't judge my shading, man. I have to stand back like 4 feet from this fucking camera. So. And then M2. And we're at 110 watts, which comes out to about 10.5. I never run my fucking machine at 10.5, my other ones. But I mean, this is, it doesn't feel like it's running too fast. Like you could, I feel like you could safely line with this. I mean, I think it cut my tattoo time down in half. I'm not even kidding. And what was it? You gotta check out Dark Lord's video when he did like a whole breakdown. He went into the math. I'm not gonna math on it, but on changing the watts with the volts, and he was even saying something like turning it down lower can make it hit harder. I'm gonna have to rewatch his video a few times to like figure that one out. We're gonna set it down. So let's see, like 9 volts would be like 90. Oh, that's what it was. The hertz are like how many stitches they call it. Like, so it's hitting 90 times, which is just like easier to wrap your head around than volts. Like how it, you just kind of get used to like 7 or 10 or whatever. But so now we have it on, let's see, the lowest setting. No, wait, no, it's not. Negative M3 at 90. So about 9 volts. Let's take it down just for shits and gigs. Let's go into 80 where I would like, no, let's go. What would 60 be? 5.5, so 70? 75. Let's see. So you can tell like, it's definitely moving slower because it's more spaced out. My hand speed should be pretty close to the same. it's just so much more delicate. Like if you play around with it, you can really. This is horrible, but you can make this machine do whatever you want. It's like I just want to tattoo myself right now with it, but I gotta do this video because I said I would, and I'm excited to. But literally, I can't say enough good things about this machine. I mean, I'm not sponsored by them at all. This machine is going to cost you some money, but I guess that's where we could kind of segue into next. So my first liner, this is about 350 bucks, right? Okay. And then this one was also in the 300, 400 range, right? So say, you know, 700, 800 bucks. And this thing, which I never got to really get into, unfortunately, I think it was like in the 600 range when I got it, but I've had this for like 12 years. So all three of these machines basically is like having one of these. I mean, so you get all those machines in one. Like 1,200 bucks, I would say is a good deal. So is this machine right for a beginner? If you want to get a machine and not fuck around and deal with buying a bunch of different ones and end up investing money or wasting money and having to sell stuff, then I would say save up and get this. You may have to get like a little banger, you know, Bronc or something like that to get going. So do that, save up your money. I mean, otherwise do whatever you want and test out all the different machines. But I'm telling you, if you save up and you get this machine, you're not gonna, I can't imagine how you'd be disappointed. I mean, it comes with the 3.0 for shading. I haven't got to use that yet. The smaller one, 3.0 for shading. That's would be like your go-to if I really do want to get more into like that softer peppery shading. And then of course you got the 4.5 for hard lining. But check out that dude Oliver. He talks about doing, I mean, he does a bunch of portrait black and gray shit, and I think he uses the 4.5, or at least he was. And then I guess they have a 4.1 cam as well. So but a 3.7, I went to that to kind of check like the all-arounder, because a lot of those other machines are 3.5, and it did everything well. If I didn't like what it was doing, I could just adjust it, turn it up, turn it down. It was no big deal, and it's easy to bag too. I guess so. That's like the last thing I guess I'll show you, because I don't want to copy everybody else's video on this stuff. But I did find a nice, easy way to bag it, so we're gonna go to that here in a second. Okay, so one of my favorite things is I can use these, what are they, 2" by 6.5 or 52 millimeter by 165 millimeter. You see that on there. I just got these off Amazon, but the cool part is, I mean, it's just so easy. Screw this off, and because it has those nice thick threads, able to slide it right on. Sometimes we stretch it out a little bit. Okay. And we just pop it right over that. There you go. No big deal. And then I like to just kind of twist it so I can still see the screen. And knock that off. And then This easily slides right on. And I mean, the bag's twisting, but I mean, you can just grab that centerpiece and it's not hindering it at all. And then what I did was just throw a piece of this on, wrap it a little bit. Little hole. Fired up. No problem. Yeah. No problem. And that's nice and sealed up. So the only problem is, I think, is if you do run out of your battery, you are gonna have to unwrap this and then try to pull the battery out. So it could be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but until they make big batteries for it, I guess that's kind of what we're stuck with at the moment. So again, yeah, I would 100% recommend this machine to pretty much anybody. If you can save up for it, do it. I think pros, you know, smooth, consistent performance. It's lightweight, it's comfortable. The adjustable stroke length is definitely nice for that versatility. And it's compatible with any of the needle cartridges that I've used. And like overall, I think again, yeah, it's a fantastic tattoo machine. Precision, comfort, performance. It makes a great, makes a great addition, even if you got some other ones that you like. But I think this is going to be a game changer. I haven't heard a lot about it. It seems like it's kind of under the radar. I don't know if that's because of like lack of marketing or whatever, but. Yeah, anyway, yeah, so thanks for tuning in for the review. If you found the video helpful, give a thumbs up, subscribe. I'd like to make more tattoo related content. I am gonna just keep hammering on this machine and seeing what it can and can't do. By all means, I'm not some crazy professional like others out there, but I've got enough experience to have some fun with it and see what comes of it. So yeah, again, check out Captain Ron for any of his machine reviews. He kind of got me started on this path. And then also Adam Darklord for his in-depth reviews as well. So thanks and have a great day.